Hello, uh, welcome to the channel. My name is Andrew. This channel dedicated to software engineering, and right now I'm rewriting a thing which is related to my everyday routine. It's about keeping my YouTube channel alive, making videos. And one of those things, it's video generation pipeline. Let me increase this. Review. Hello. Yeah, it cannot. Okay, so I'm solving the problem where I must SSH somewhere, execute console commands, and then it takes too much attention, because there is a script waiting for my input, and it thinks after it waits for my input. So what if I can simply move that part of SSH, etc. away to somewhere, remote server, and I don't need to SSH. So the action flow is quite straightforward. I must SSH, make an input, approve, then I must pass another commands to the script, and it's just frustrating experience. What if I can wake in the morning, get notification to mobile phone, press a few buttons, and then keep sleeping, for example? That's exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm making a system which will prepare data, wait for my approval, after no matter when, after some time, it gets my responses and simply produces other data for my approval. So there are two approval steps, and it takes minimum efforts from me if we are talking about day-to-day usage. So I just wake up, press button, drink coffee, press another button, and that's all. I don't need to keep my laptop up and running because of SSH making its job. And it's solved via pipelines. Because pipelines, its ability to configure everything can be rearranged quite straightforward. It's not about Python script. So to rearrange things in Python, for example, if you have a script, you must update interfaces of those methods, objects, maybe some input and output of your adapters. They must also be rewritten. So to move blocks in pipeline which I'm making, it's just to move this block. I don't need to code a lot. Obviously, there are blocks which are not compatible. For example, in here you can see a block named text-to-speech from text. Obviously, it cannot do audio file from picture. That's no way. So this block compatible only with those blocks whose output is text or string, for example. But it's definitely less work than Python. That's the reason I'm doing it. And by the way, it's my second attempt. 6 years ago, I used to have a similar project. Here is my Firefox and Data Pipelines API. Yeah, I used to have this project. It was Python. It used to have Django, Celery, Redis, what else? And obviously it used to have a front end. I'll develop front-end later, but this time I wanted to do this project quite light. I didn't want to overcomplicate it via queues and a lot of stuff. So I defined architecture as we have a binary. That binary might have config, for example, it doesn't matter. But we have a binary which is deployed to hardware. And then we have maybe shared storage for the results because I would like to open it in my Windows PC or iPhone or whatever. I would like to see the process. And that's all. Obviously, we have things for analyzing. It's Grafana, Prometheus, or maybe Logstash, Kibana. It's for analyzing logs. And it's already working. Two binaries can discover each other in network using multicast DNS. So they produce announce in network. It's already implemented in where is registry, worker registry. Yes. So I have worker registry. It's just a class for the workers, but I think it was multicast DNS. Here it is. So multicast DNS is a class, some sort of helper to work with multicast. This thing can announce itself. It may say, okay, I'm binary of version 1, for example, or it can also deploy some. I'm not available for processing that stuff because I'm starting up. So it's here available. Also, there is a function to make announce. It says, okay, set available and announce itself. To start up this binary takes, it has a function, obviously. Where it was it? Shutdown, start. Yeah. So what does it do? First of all, it announces itself. Then it says, okay, discover workers. And there was a thing, let me check if it's here. Where was it? Maybe here. Yeah, it's about discovering workers, but there was a thing to detect. It's in the registry. So I have a registry for blocks, and this registry, when I say, okay, binary, let's start, and then I have, yeah, it's here. So I say, okay, there is new web server. It works with HTTP interface. This HTTP interface has a few registries for workers, other binaries. For blocks, it's a building unit of this whole system. Block might work with HTTP, GPU, for example, resize an image, or another block can add text to image in certain position. And then I say, okay, block registry, you must be instantiated. And when I do this function, there is blocking call to detect blocks. So here is another magic. Each block, for example, OpenAI, might detect if it's able to work on this machine. If we are talking about HTTP block, it has a check. There should be detector. Yeah, there is a check about how to say that HTTP request can be done. It's obviously to make request somewhere. And I have config, which says in here, yeah, blocks, HTTP request, and there is detector rule, which says each minute there should be some condition met, such as google.com must be able to request. There is another another block. It's called add image to text. I think by default it's true. Yeah, it's always true because everything can resize an image. If we are talking about this particular implementation, it's done in Golang itself. I don't need stand third-party libraries. I don't need check dependencies. It's Golang managed block. And let's check what else do I have. Image resize. It's the same thing. Image blur, the same thing. But I did not implement OpenAI. Let me check. Completion process. Yeah, fortunately I did not implement it, so it's possible that I'll do it today or maybe later. That's the magic about block detection. Since this one is a blocking call, before startup, the binary understand its capabilities, and after it happened, after it has created this kind of mapping, it can where is OpenAI? Here it is. For OpenAI I used HTTP detector, so it's checking Google right now. Let me check the config. OpenAI, no, it checks OpenAI API. That's awesome, but it ignores credentials. Let's assume I have rotated credentials. This particular code from right side, because I'm checking HTTP, it doesn't check credentials and it will yield true, but what if my credentials are not valid? So that's the reason I must rewrite this detector. But that's how it's done. And each block, each binary when it starts, it's already having everything necessary. Also, I see that this config should have fonts. Yeah, I have embedded one of my block in order to add text to image. It required some variables such as font. There are two options how to do it, and I used first option. It was about let's load font from file system, and if hardware which executes this binary has this font, it will be done. Otherwise, it won't. I didn't like the idea because binary must be able to be moved somewhere, Docker container which definitely has no fonts. So I decided to embed them, and I created another config class which is about let's embed these fonts into the binary itself. So now it's easy. I have build. This build includes free open source fonts, and that's all. Let's start the binary. And I'll show Firefox. Yeah, it started at 8080. Let's go. I have blocks, and let's check. There should be a block with fonts. Yeah, here they are. So I have a block. It's block add text. Yeah. In here, I simply load every embedded font and then include it as enum. And in Firefox, as you see, it's already in binary. which is awesome. It solves a lot of problems. Obviously, that's the way I would like to embed configs later. So this binary have some sort of default config, but if I pass parameters or add new file with config part, it will be respected instead of ignored. So I would like to use embedding a bit more. And that's the idea of second iteration of this project. It's about to make minimal architecture where workers can communicate each other. So if one worker cannot use OpenAI calls or LLM calls, it can ask another worker which has announced itself as ready for image generation, for example. I have implemented the test as well. It was done, I think, last stream. It was in functional test, pipeline test. No, not here. Yeah, it's here. So I had a pipeline which contained 4 operations. First operation, let's download image from somewhere. Second operation, let's add text to that image to some region. This is the text right now. It comes from pipeline config itself, but what if this text should be parsed from weather channel, for example? Third operation, it's about let's resize this image to some size. And fourth operation, it's about let's blur it just a bit. And I had this test is about bouncing processing. So first worker has only 2 actions, 2 blocks enabled. Second worker has another 2 operations. So this is enabled at first. This is enabled at second. This one at first. And this one, the last, at second. That's how it was done, the test. And I created simply a test for HTTP interface. I need to understand that everything works. And after that, there is a lot of things such as transferred processing checks. How about it's checking that processing from worker 1 left to worker 2 and vice versa. So let's run this test. And yeah, it takes a bit because this build executed in one of my laptops. Okay, I have this, but something happened. Resuming process. Aha, that's good. The test worked. I have added recently logging just a bit. Let's check. Yeah. Info F. Beautiful. So let's run this test again. Okay, worker, resuming processing, pipeline, block. Yes, at worker, and it gives me an address of worker which takes the processing. So that's how it's done. So it was key requirement that I need minimal architecture. I wanted to add some logging and metrics in order to see what happens there, but then I understood that right now it's not necessary. I have some basic logging. I don't need alerts, I don't need metrics because it's all in logs already. Panics, whatever, it's everything in there. So let's say today is September 30. Metrics to track, yes. So because I have everything in logs, I might not need to implement some counters and other stuff. All I need is to send those logs somewhere, such as log stash, Kibana, its installation somewhere which works with logs. I don't need to waste time on extra engineering, extra libraries. Just write everything to log and that's all. That's what I would like to do later. Log stash. Yeah. But what I would like to do today is to implement a few blocks from our pipeline, which is here. So I have a pipeline which is the result of every operation which I do now in my Python script. So I have chat completion, I have Telegram, I have fetch things from Telegram, stop pipeline, etc. I have implemented a few things. It's about working with images and HTTP. So the plan for today, first, I would like to check pipeline, test pipeline. Remember the test with where is it? Pipeline test? No. Yeah. So I have this test and it has 4 actions. So first of all, I would like to copy paste this pipeline into worker itself, execute the thing and check how images are made. It will be quite verbose thing, but then my plan for today is to implement one of the blocks named, let's just copy the thing. I have 13 blocks. Fortunately, HTTP request is already done. Image add text is done. What I need to implement? Let's pick the easiest one. Everything what relates to Telegram, let's move it to the very end. OpenAI chat completion, stop pipeline. Yeah, let's do stop pipeline. It might sound easy, but it can be a bit tough. So that's my plan for today. And since I've lost some track on what to do next, let's add what I must do next. It will be October 2nd. What should I do by that date? Implement another block. I want to implement OpenAI chat completion, first of all, because maybe I should install my own LLM, maybe Llama, whatever. But the problem I have, my hardware is, it's not let's call it. It's two laptops. Image viewer. I'll open an image. Yeah, you can see it. Good. So this is my hardware. It's just two laptops and one PC below. It's why it's a thing where I stream from. What happened? Stream manager. Nice. So that's what I have. But for now, I want to utilize ability of those two laptops to work without electricity. It has batteries. One is 10 years old, which on top, and another is 5 years old, I think. So what's happening? Cron tab wakes on one or maybe both of these laptops. They sign up into multicast DNS and they work each other, communicate each other. That happens while electricity is off, Wi-Fi is on, which means they can do requests, they can resize, they can work with video, at least they can render video. I use laptop below. 30 seconds video is rendered, I think, within 5 minutes. It's a bit long, but when I sleep, it's okay. All I need to do in the morning and it's just to press two buttons and then I sleep again. It will do it on its own. So that's the reason why I would like to use OpenAI for now. But when I will have some sort of better infrastructure, I would like to use LLM with maybe another laptop. I can find some second-hand laptop with crazy amount of RAM and battery. It might be a better solution, because if I have that kind of device, it can work without need of turning electricity on. That's all for now. Let's go to the thing where I wanted to create new pipeline. Let's call it image test. YAML. Yeah. Oh, it's not YAML, it's JSON. It will be similar to this. I think copy paste. I think we can copy paste that. Yeah, good. Let's call it test image blocks pipeline. Image pipeline test. Oh, by the way, let's update this test where it says 2. Oh. Test for blocks. Okay, this is a place where I must provide URL. Let's go to Firefox and let's find the image. URL. Oh, Wikipedia. Yep. Good. Let's check what. Oh, it's SVG. I think that thing won't work with SVG, but let's try. What do I lose? Here it is. I provide URL as SVG. Then I say add text. It should be hello wiki 50. Okay, it should be. Let's make it big red text. I'm not sure what kind of size of that image used to have. but let's make it 100 to be 50, okay, to be sure. After that, we should resize it to, let's say 500, 500, and then we should blur it with 0.1. So that's a pipeline. What should I do now? I must restart this. And let's visit Firefox again. So pipelines should yield me 2 items. Raw data, pretty print, okay, JSON. Collapse all. Nice, I have 2 pipelines. Now I need to start one of those pipelines. How can I do it? It's use curl show. So let's go to terminal. Maybe I can do it from here. New terminal, nice. So that worker, let's check. What was this address? Yeah, it's here, nice. Now I need to check where was that thing with URLs. I think it was pipelines, URLs, and then start. Yeah, here it is. Pipelines, then slug, which is this. Come on. Slug, and then start. It takes post. Let's check what happens. Block with slug not found in pipeline. Good, good. What kind of block? Of course. When I do this post request, I must say what block should be processed first. For example, I must say, okay, this block should be processed first. Maybe it's a question for the interface, but for now, content type. Yeah, it's a problem because I must provide some URL. What if this SVG is not an option? That means in this request, I can provide another thing named another URL. But the request should look like, where is it? No. Come on. How I close that? Test. Hello. Yeah, here it is. So I have a few properties such as pipeline. I must provide pipeline slug. That's not good for start because I have it in URL, but it's good for security thing. Maybe the sanity check. Pipeline. It should have slug. Good. That's all. Then I should provide another check named block, another property. Block has slug. It's an entry point for this pipeline itself. This one. This will be first block to execute. And there is an input, but I'll keep it empty. Let's see what happens. I have processing. Beautiful. With that said, let's go to another terminal and see what happens. Processing completed. So I have what? Method not provided. Yes, that was good. After that I said processing completed. block image at text. Good. So it just said it's done. That means I'm lacking logging. So each block must say, okay, I started my job, I ended my job. But let's go to Firefox. In order to check the result, I need to visit mini.io. Data pipelines, yes. Test folder, test image. Yes, this is the one I used to work. Workia pipeline, is that correct? Yes. Small typo is still a part. C3AF, is it the processing it reported in logs? Oh, by the way, it's not just in logs, it's here. Yes, this is the processing I used to have. That's good. Inside it has block. And there is input. Download, preview. Can I preview it? Yeah, it has downloaded the thing, but I don't see another blocks. It's only one block. Yes, let's make it test first both slug. So it didn't proceed logging. Maybe that's the reason I haven't seen another log entries. And I think it is related to SVG, but there is no logging. Is a problem. I can only think about what happened. It's time to add some logging to understand that it's possibly the library which cannot work with SVG. It's good. That means let's go to the pipeline. Oopsie doopsie, wait. First block slug, HTTP request. I see the output as well as let's go to yeah, it's interface. Okay, data classes, pipeline. Good. So in here I said new processing. Good. Ensemble data if it's not available, but it must be available everywhere. After that, I can go to blocks to check block HTTP. Does it have logging? And it seems as it does, but it has debug level. Yeah. Let's start this again. Also, it should be here. Let's check C3AF. Okay, there are two entries such as processing registry, processing completed. In the meantime, it says processing completed. Where is yeah, block HTTP message starting request, method not provided. Okay. Using default get, good. And then it has downloaded. So I can copy this line to another block. Another block was image at text. So let's visit it. Image at text, here it is. Okay, I have debug. Image at text. No. Starting not HTTP, but image. That's better. After that, I think I know what happened. So let's visit another block. I think it used to have the same copy paste. Yep, image blur. Maybe I can do it even better. Debug. Get ID. Yeah, that must be correct. Let's copy paste it. Maybe it should be done here. It should be done in registry. Yeah. Start pipeline. I don't need that. I need to visit data classes pipeline. Yeah, here it is. So what does it say? Block not found. Good. But when that thing happens, yep, there is no logging here. That's awesome. Let's add it here. What is logger? Starting processing. Data for block. That is better. Now, method not provided. Good. Request was cancelled. Good. If something happened, it will report. But what's important, it's here. I don't need that. But what I need, let's make it as a comment, and here comment. I don't need this test, but where is it? Pipeline. Yeah. When everything happened, this processing, it's blocking operation. So I'm checking start processing. Why it's so slow? Yeah, it's here. So if shit happened, it should, yeah, there is no logging as well. It's good because it's just implementation. But in here, I must say, if thing happened for any reason, I must log it as error f. Error. Okay, it's good. I have added logging in here. After that, if error happened, add block data, and now I need to say a thing that logger error, so error saving data, so that means I cannot save data. Okay, that looks better. So let's start the server again. And hello. Yes, it started. And let's repeat this request. Oh, nice. There is an error. Come on, hide. So we have debug. Processing started. Started processing for image add text. Beautiful. Error. Error processing data for block. Unknown format. That's what I was talking about. It's beautiful. I understand that I haven't hidden Firefox. Okay. What I need to do now is I need to get any icon of supported format. Let's inspect it. It's still SVG. Okay. Does I have PNG? No. Oh, there is PNG version. Beautiful. This one. So what if we have this kind of problem, but I do not want to update this pipeline because it was read-only, for example. So I can start the server again, but in request, hello, request, I can provide input. Once again, we have incorrect file here, but in request I provide correct file. What? It doesn't like extra. Okay, I have error. Come on. It's about too much extra symbols in there. Let's go to Google again. I'll try to find any PNG. Yeah, so I have found one of those files. Let's try it. I think I found why. Did it have just a few special symbols in here? Okay, let's try it with copy-pasted thing. No errors. Good. So what happened? Image. Come on. Yeah. Processing completed. Beautiful. So let's go to Firefox. That is what I have downloaded. Let's check. What was it? Starting processing. Okay. 3. Yeah, this one. Okay. It looks better. The way better. So what do I have here? First block, second block, third and fourth. I don't understand why it's sorted that way, but okay. Let's check first. First block should have downloaded that image, this one. Can I preview it? Yes. Nice. Second block. Second block, what should have it done? Let's stop the server. Second block, add text to downloaded image. Okay, it should contain a text. It has added the text. Good. Another block. What should have it done? Hello wiki. Resize 500, 500. So its size was 35 kilobytes. So next should be different. Third. Preview. Yes, now it's scaled as a rectangle. That's awesome. The size has become less. Let's check another thing. It's in here. Second, where is second? Yeah. What was parameters of this picture? Inspect. Yeah, it was more than 500. It was 1300. So it was bigger. Now it became smaller. Awesome. With that said, let's go back. What is this? Yeah. So it has scaled, and fourth block should blur it. Let's check. Oh, no, not sure, but preview. Yes, but I don't like that. Let's go and update this pipeline with a few things. I want it like that. So I'll scale it more horizontally. And let's blur it to 0.7. Yep, awesome. This URL, I don't like it. Let's make it invalid. Maybe I can use it as empty. I don't think it will even start because it's invalid. I hope it won't start. Oh, it started. Nice. So I'll run this again. And before that, where is Firefox? Yeah. Let's keep it clean. Oh no, come back. Selected everything. Let's delete it. Oh. Yeah, okay. I'll make a request. I got processing ID F4. And in here, where is it? Processing completed. Good. Can stop this binary. Let's check. F4, yes. First, second. I think it just sorts it those things incorrectly. So first block, it's to download this image. Yes, it's good. It has downloaded it. Let's go back. So it's incorrect sort. I think it should get some data about last modified, but second block, it should be with text. Yes, it is with text. Third block should be resized. Yeah, it's definitely bigger, 39 kilobytes. Good, it has a resize. And the last block, it should blur it. Sort of. Let's go to logging. Let's analyze logs. because I don't understand it, managed to blur it, but I want to see if there was any error. So starting processing, second block, nice. Image format PNG, yes. After that, processing completed, good. Starting processing, third block, that's good. And it reported starting HTTP request. I think it's my login. Where was it? Block image blur. It was. Yeah, it's here. I don't need it. So this is what I removed, but what's important, resize. Resize said PNG, good. Starting processing force. Image format PNG. And there are no errors, which means, because I don't see this value, it doesn't mean it didn't happen. Let's make it blur with 2. Also, one more thing. Let's run this again. So it was 3. Yeah. Right now I have another one. Second, let's update. First, second. Is there an error? No. Oh, nice. With Big Sigma, blur took some time, and I could see that now it's 4. So last one should be blurred image. Yes, it's definitely blurred. No, it cannot. That's bad. So I can clearly see that text became a bit blurred. But what's important, what if, let's go back to previous processing, it was F4. Let's open this file, share, good. So I'll open this file here. It's downloaded. I don't download. I want view. Why? What's wrong? Inspect. No, it will download it. But okay, not a big deal. What's important is here. You can clearly read this hello wiki. That's good. But what if I want to blur already processed result? That means I have some pipeline, I have data in the middle. What if I want even better? I want to update this text and rewrite the pipeline not from first step, but from second. I want hello Wikipedia. That's what I'm going to do. I would like to... I have saved the file. Nice. So I have this processing ID. That means, let's go to OBS and hide Firefox for now. I have this. So, it's in here. I think it was in the schema. Come on. But I remember. So, I have this pipeline. And I have processing ID. I think it was done like this. Yeah, have the same block, everything was the same, but resume. Also, I would like to say I don't need the first block. I need to rework it from image at text. Yeah, that's good. Block input second slug. Yeah, input. I'll copy paste it, but do it a bit different. I want to have text. Text. Hi, Wiki. Now let's make it also font size as 200 and font color as some random value. Let's make it so this should work, at least in theory. Let's go to my... Oh, there is an error. Beautiful. Unknown format. Yeah. So, what happened? Let's go to Firefox. Yeah, I'm in this place. That's good. So I go to second block. Let's check. Hello Wiki. It is not updated to another text, everything another, but it's clearly not working because it should utilize current first block slug. It should take this picture and it should proceed working with different stuff. So I need to analyze what happened there. Second. So let's go. Here I got a request. That's good. Starting processing data for block image test. Test block second slug. That's good. And then I got an error. Error processing data for block image text image unknown format. But I have the thing. It's in here. Every time I proceed pipeline or start new, no matter what happens, if I have processing ID, I must visit shared storage to get data from there. And this time it didn't happen. So let's check why. First of all, I said new block data registry. Good. So I need to get to print every data I have acquired from shared pipeline. So I can start this binary again. When it starts, I will make a request and I'll see what happens. Okay, beautiful. So what happens? It has binary data. There was some sort of image acquired, but for some reason it was not recognized by that block. So I have something. That is important because in this case I can go here and I can go to block which is image at text. Nice. This one. So I got an error here. In this case, and I need to check a few things. First of all, I think I know what happened. In this case, this line I'm working with byte arrays. So when I have downloaded an image from somewhere, one block passes data to another block as is, but there's a problem. So in this case, it should save data, save result to storage. That's good. Add block data, ID value. That's good. So I'm working with a registry, but at one case, it was bytes buffer, and another, this case, it was byte array. This is a problem which I think will happen here. Hello. And the binary starts, beautiful. I make a request, there should be an error. What? Oh, there is nothing. That's better, the way better. I think it's because here I said input, text, font size, font color, there is no image. It's possibly the thing. Yeah. Error was empty. I have image. So it was correctly acquired from registry. And I have new text. So everything works as intended, but it's not byte array. What can I do? First of all, I can do reflect. I need to understand what kind of data in image, because in here I used to have similar check. It was either string or byte array. I also have type conversion for JSON schema, but we'll talk about it a bit later. So right now I need to understand if my type conversion is a problem or something else, because I can see it clearly that registry works correct. Yeah. So this is a problem. As far as I see, right now it's u unsigned int 8, but at my code it's byte array. To be honest, it's the same. But this type conversion doesn't work. And I think what can I do? Let's go to type conversion. It's magical function. Helpers, JSON schema. Yeah. So in here I have file, bytes, byte, string. Aha. There is no type conversion to unsigned int. And in here I'm checking that this value can be casted to unsigned int. Okay, not a big deal. Let's do the following. Let's check that image bytes has been casted to byte array correctly. It's okay. It's the same. Problem happens here. Problem happens here. Let's start it again. I have shared storage with downloads image. Maybe this image, it's PNG. It should be supported. Okay, image unknown format. Nil. But that. Okay. Let's do it here. I think the problem is in storage. Load output, it gets everything, and then get object bytes. So there are two options. Either this load output works incorrect or image byte has been casted incorrect. Okay. First block, download image, which was It's a brand new problem. So this pipeline says, okay, download should have happened from somewhere. This URL is empty. But I have this file downloaded and stored somewhere. This is block data. And I have block data gets lock. Look at this. So much checks. A list of all objects. So it's correct. It means it acquires data correctly. And then it says, I think the problem is here. Yeah. Add block data. What does it mean? So in this case, it should be one line, but I foresee that it will be a number of lines. And the problem is in list bucket. Fail to connect. It's not online. Now it's online. So let's check. Yep. So it's a problem which I have checked using unit tests, but I did not check it in functional tests and real use case. Yeah, here it is. It's not one. It gets every file from every iteration. That is the problem. Fortunately, I have found it, and it's time to debug it. So I have blocks which should say for block from storage, and what storage is it? Result storages. So I should log this once, then load output. I must check it from every storage, but this is the catalog. Yeah. I have two storages, local and remote. Oh, wait a second, I forgot one thing. Storage get name. Yeah. So if shit happens, it should be a lot of local storages and one remote. Loading catalog. It should be C0. Okay, that's good. Okay, I have local. Oh, is that... okay, I will have to deal with it. What is that? Okay, not big deal, but mini IO. That's important. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 files there, and one of them it's SVG, which has been downloaded once upon a time. But at this case, I have two problems. It's something with local file name. I'll deal with it later. But in here, I need to check list objects. List objects, it was part of the storage. Somewhere here, storage, yeah. List objects for local storage, I don't need it. Yes, this is what I need. First of all, I used to have a test for this. And it was quite straightforward. But now, let's do the following. Let's just print it. Maybe the test... the test was mock. That's the reason. Oi. Reality is like this. So my folder starts with 3D. No, A14. Yeah, my folder is A14. In here, it's anything but not A14. Yeah. Also, let's check another thing. Processing ID, what was it? Oh, come on, look at this. I'm debugging the problem which is not existing. Jesus Christ. So, this is beautiful. So what have I done? I was checking processing ID and I noted that it's Typo. Let's go here and oh, no errors. Come on, is it working? Yes, completed. So if I go to Firefox, first block slack at A14. No, it's F. What was the F49? That is. I used to have a text at second. It was red text hi wiki. It's yellow. Processing resume works. 20 minutes or 15 minutes to debug typo, it's beautiful. So it's working with that. There was red text, now it's yellow. Okay, let's go back. Let's check other third should be resized image. Yes, it was narrow, now it's narrow. And let's check another one. Blur. I have updated the Sigma. Yes, now I can see blur better. So processing resume works. It's time to undebug everything I have debugged. Fortunately, I always do this. It's just print to understand what happened. Also, yes, debug, that's correct. And let's check another thing. Yes, it's a test. Debug, I have removed it. Yes, I removed those. That's correct. Logger. Yes, debug. Yeah, fortunately, I didn't copy paste anything. But I'll need to remove this test.json because it works. And I forgot to remove this Firefox. So I'll remove this test.json because this pipeline works. I have checked that pipeline start works, pipeline resume processing works. So let's assume I made a mistake. And then I decided to update text, color, whatever. I can simply restart this pipeline with new parameters from wherever I want. So I remove this. It's not necessary. And of course, let's run make test to ensure that I haven't copy-pasted anything extraordinary there. Sometimes it happens just like you saw it. I debugged Typo. Oh, fail. Is it fail registry output mini IO? Is it timeout? I'm afraid it's related to. Let's check. Yeah, it's failing. Good. What did it do? I have something with this. I think it's cached somewhere. Yeah, it seems to be some cached stuff. It's bad. If it's cache, I'll need to consider another storage, but for now it's not a big deal. So I have implemented this for actions pipeline. I have checked that it works. Now I need to, it's already 20 minutes overtime. So I'll implement stop pipeline till tomorrow. Yeah, it would be good to do tomorrow. Let's move it to next. That's all what I would like to show you today. Next streams will be about implementing blocks and making some stuff easier, because as you saw here, where is second terminal? Here. To restart pipeline, doing things from any point in it, I need to pass request. That's okay. But to start something, to do something, I don't need to pass request if it's not mandatory, just like here. Input of the thing, it's empty. I don't need to pass it. There is generate video for YouTube. It's prompt for LLM. I do not need to copy paste it to Coral. So next streams would be about making new blocks and finding odd places in interface, API interface. That's it. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed 20 minutes of debugging Typo. And bye-bye.